Barstool Sports. Titus, Brandon Walker, Mostly Sports.
Welcome to Mostly Sports, presented by Jägermeister. I'm Mark Titus. He is Brandon Walker. Today is Monday, September 23rd. We are live from Chicago. We are brought to you by Jägermeister.
Damn, that's cold.
Ice cold shots, 56 botanicals.
Damn, that's cold.
Wherever you're at, if you're hanging with friends or at the bar. Where were you this weekend, Connor? You were at a wedding?
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
I was all over Pennsylvania.
Are you addicted to weddings?
Damn, that's cold.
Possibly.
Yeah, dude.
They're fun times.
0 weddings in your life, and now you can't stop going to weddings.
Yeah, how was it?
We could get to it later.
We can get to it later.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I was
Okay.
just.
Oh, we're in the middle of the ad.
No, it's just when Mark asked.
But I was
you answered
reading-
the
We're in the middle of
question.
the ad.
I was reading the part that says wherever you're at, if you're hanging with
Sure.
friends or at the bar.
It's a wedding. A lot of people go to weddings.
Or what were you up to?
Jaeger was flowing at the wedding.
Okay, all right. That's what I was saying.
Damn, that's cold.
I was just adding another.
But again, Mark asked you and you answered. I asked you and you said, let's
Because I didn't
move
want to
along.
get too distracted during the ad.
Even though I asked you, I'm part of the ad. I gave you permission to answer the
It
question.
was a good wedding. It was a good time. Thank you.
Or maybe you're doing all the sports
Damn,
stuff.
that's
or just
cold.
The mostly sports stuff. Call the shots. Cheers with ice cold Jägermeister. And remember to check Jägermeister out at Barstool, Jägermeister.com. Drink responsibly. Jägermeister the core, 35% alcohol by volume, imported by Master Jägermeister U.S. White Plains, New York. What are we talking about, Brandon?
I'll answer that in the question. Connor went to a wedding. TJ, where'd you go this weekend?
A wedding.
Oh, I'll be goddamn.
Huh.
Ask me again.
Wedding weekend.
Football. Football. I want to talk about football. Football. Now,
Before you do, can I fire off like a hot take just to get us started?
yeah, get us going. Get us going.
I think the NFL's good.
Oh, shit. Woo!
I think the NFL's really good.
Woo!
I fucking love it, dude.
Football.
Football. I fucking love it.
So, if we're keeping score, 2 weeks ago, NFL started, college football was going. I thought college football was more interesting, so we started with that. It was 1-0. Last week, NFL came back, and it was 1-1. Today, we're going to break the tie, and I think NFL was more interesting than college football this week. Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of chatter out there that the NFL stinks right now.
Are we going to do it all in condescending tones the whole time? Yeah.
A lot of chatter.
NFL, yeah.
The NFL kind of stinks.
Good
the
stuff.
Quarterbacks aren't playing well.
Awful.
Too much defense.
Caleb Williams?
Good.
I don't know. You probably have a different biggest story in the NFL than I got. But to me, like, where did the Vikings come from?
Minnesota.
Goddamn.
I think that's wrong too, Mark.
Yeah.
They come from like Norway, right?
Yeah, it's
They
like
came from Norway. They settled in
Nordic-
The Nordic, yeah, they had to come from somewhere first.
Leif Erikson, right?
So the Minnesota Vikings, by way of Norway, are 3-0, and they destroyed the Texans.
Their
The Texans
defense is
are good.
unreal, dude. They're
They're so
rush is
good.
so good.
Like they beat the Niners. The Niners tried to come back, but they beat the Niners pretty good last week. They're just really fucking good. And I didn't imagine that this team had a rookie JJ McCarthy at the helm. Wouldn't be as good.
He might be all pro. You might be lucky that they don't.
Maybe not.
I think I could play quarterback for him, and that's what I'm starting to wonder. Is like, are teams with great defenses that are well coached? Could I play quarterback for them?
Well, it's funny you say that. There are 4 3-0 teams. Here are the quarterbacks.
Josh Allen has a chance to go 3-0 tonight.
There are currently 4 3-0
currently right
teams.
this second. Yes, there are 4 3-0 teams.
The quarterback of one of them is Patrick Mahomes. That makes sense.
Checks out.
Checks out.
Good ball player.
The 3 other quarterbacks for the 3-0 teams are Sam Darnold.
Sucks at quarterback. Shouldn't even be in the league. Who's paying him? Why would anybody sign him? He's damaged goods.
Justin Fields.
What a fucking joke. Does not know how to play the quarterback position as a running back. Can't throw. Can't process a defense. Why would any team sign him? He's a joke of a quarterback.
And Geno Smith.
Oh, my God. He's still cashing checks in the NFL. He should be bagging my groceries. How would any team give him a chance?
Yeah, it does seem that
I didn't do it in the tone.
you don't.
He's.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, my God. He's so bad, though.
Geno Smith?
Geno Smith?
Is that who we're talking about?
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Fuck, that's a thing now, right?
That might be a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm just doing your Kyle Bauer impression. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think the Vikings are a huge story, and on the other side, the Cowboys and Niners are both 1-2, and the Cowboys are just complete ass.
Cowboys are big time ass.
Why are they so ass?
They can't run the football. They can't stop the run.
Wait, hold on. Can I just stop you there? And I know he's an Ohio State guy, but it's 2024. Did they really think the answer?
No, he's
like
Zeke Elliott's. Yeah, he's not good.
Like 30 whatever year old Zeke Elliott, Rico Dowdle. Did they think that was the answer? I don't understand. You got in their own division, the Eagles go out and get Saquon Barkley, and they're going and getting Ezekiel Elliott and Rico Dowdle or whoever the fuck they got, Deuce Vaughn.
No, I have no problem saying Zeke is washed.
Yeah, then we're not talking about 2016.
But I said Derrick Henry was washed. He was showing signs, Brandon, yesterday. You look good.
Yeah, but
Vintage Derrick Henry, dare I say.
We're just trying to beat the curve on Derrick Henry by saying he's washed because he really hasn't shown it. Zeke has shown it for a couple of years.
Zeke is toast. Yeah, Zeke is done. But the Cowboys, they can't. Their defense is like bad. Is that the word I'm looking for?
I think it is. Yeah. Well, they're falling. Their offense isn't jumping out of the gates, and they're falling behind immediately. And the defense is just like not showing up until the second quarter. And then by the time the defense gets there, the offense is too far behind in a hole. It's a weird.
I badly want Derrick Henry to be good, and yesterday was awesome because it felt like he was back to being the guy that I see in my head. Derrick Henry could be 60 years old, and I'll just picture him just trucking dudes and breaking away from guys that are trying to catch him, and just being an incredible running back. I am a little worried that the Cowboys are just so bad that they made him look.
They're very slow defensively.
They're slow.
Yeah.
Every single time they go to tackle guy, the guy the guy they're tackling always seems to pick up like an extra 2 yards.
Yeah.
He always falls forward. They don't know how to stonewall anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. The Cowboys are a fucking mess, which is why I heard people saying Belichick to the Cowboys. That's what I heard people saying. Those people might have been me in the shower this morning. I was like,
so in the shower, what else?
Thinking, I was just like, Belichick to the Cowboys.
Did you do it?
Saying it out loud.
Did you do it in like a breaking news voice?
I was thinking like, how long the Cowboys, every time they suck, you want to fire the coach, and Mike McCarthy certainly is not. How did the Europeans say it? Showering himself in glory? Is that a phrase that they say?
Almost certainly not.
Covering himself in glory.
Yeah.
Oh, that was close.
I've never heard showering yourself in glory. Are you talking about Arthur Blank now?
Covering yourself in glory.
Covering. Okay, sure.
That's what
dousing yourself in glory.
Dousing yourself. Yeah. Diving into a fucking pool full of glory. I think they say covering yourself in glory. I think that's look that up, Connor.
Yeah.
Who said it?
I don't know.
The Europeans is what he said.
Martin Tyler when he's calling it like a fucking.
Look up taking face shots of glory.
Getting glory all over yourself.
I got glory all over me.
Oh fuck. I got glory all over myself. Do the Europeans say covering yourself in glory?
Nothing to taking face shots of glory.
Damn it, dude.
Why is that the first one you Googled?
Because you told me to Google that.
Yeah, but I tell you a lot of things and you never listen.
Yeah, it's cover yourself.
Cover oneself in glory.
Unfortunately, Titus, there's no way of knowing.
There seems to be no way of knowing.
Cambridge Dictionary says that.
Anyway, what I was saying is fire Mike McCarthy, and then it's Bill Belichick. It's either Bill Belichick or Deion Sanders. Those are the two obvious candidates for me.
You've been putting Deion Sanders at every job for 2 years now. Is Bill Belichick the new Deion Sanders of just getting put in jobs?
I guess so, yeah.
Huh.
God,
imagine Bill Belichick with the Cowboys star. And he's everything that's Bill Belichick is everything unlikable about pro football over the last 2 decades, and the Dallas Cowboys logo is everything unlikable about football for the rest of time.
It's perfect.
Putting them together, yeah. I guess Bill Parcells did it, though.
Yeah.
Bill Parcells. Not Parcells. Bill Parcells did it.
Anyway, the Cowboys, I don't think there's any way back for them. I don't know how they're going to.
There's a way back.
What's the way back?
They're 1-2.
It's not just the record, dude. It's how they're losing.
I know. They're 1-2. It's looked bad. It's looked gross. It's looked terrible. They're not. Nobody's dead at 1-2. 0-3, you might be dead, but 1-2, I think you're okay.
The past 2 weeks have been the perfect argument for why Dak's numbers are so good at the end of the year, because they have 4 or 5 games a year.
They fall behind.
They'll fall behind, and it's pass. He had 51 pass attempts yesterday.
Yeah.
And then people say at the end of the year, oh, look at his numbers.
Yeah.
Well, it's because they're falling behind in games, and they have no other choice but to pass it.
Is Lamar Jackson actually 21-1 against the NFC?
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I
That's
still
just something that
Boy.
someone made up.
If he's 21-1 against the NFC, it would be smart of him to get to a Super
I
Bowl
would get to a Super Bowl.
because he's going to play the NFC there every single time.
Every time he gets to the Super Bowl, he'll play the
So why is he refusing to get to a Super
Why
Bowl?
won't he just simply get to a Super Bowl? That's great. And I imagine the I guess I should ask Ebo. He's the smart guy on the couch. I imagine the thought process is these NFC teams just aren't used to seeing him. So like in a one game in the middle of a season, you have 1 week of prep for a quarterback that plays differently than everybody else. It's a little bit of a curveball. Is that the reason, or is it just like how else would you explain Lamar Jackson being 21-1 against
statistical
the entire,
anomaly, maybe. That's what the nerds would say.
Okay.
Well, that just seems like a
But that's
very
not
easy
Is that a
thing that you
cop-out?
can just say. Yeah,
You're just saying I don't know in a different way.
correct. That's all you're saying.
Oh, you want to call it noise? It's noise.
You're saying I don't
Noise.
know.
Yeah.
It's statistical noise.
How
It's
many
not really
statistical
smart.
anomalies are just I don't know?
I don't know.
It's noise.
All this is
It's
noise.
randomness. It's noise.
We're not going to – because you can't – it's too big to call it a small sample size, which is what they really like to say.
Right. But I mean, it's
well,
it's
introductory stats class, n equals 30 for a large sample size.
right.
What?
Which, n equals 30. You never learned that?
Shut up.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, dude.
Which isn't a large sample size.
So anything under 30 is small?
That's what they teach you in introductory stats class.
Is that the only
Not
stats class you took? Because you seem to be leaning on the introductory
Yeah.
part.
No, they don't teach.
Right.
They don't teach noise.
You're citing a lot of introductions.
Right? You haven't
See,
said 201.
When I'm talking to people that clearly have not taken the introductory stats class, we'd have to start at the base.
Do say what you just said, but in the condescending tone.
It's introductory stats, bro. And an equal 30.
I want more of this, though.
I'm talking to two guys that obviously don't.
Do you have a second stats class, or is just all of your knowledge?
Yeah,
based on-
econometrics.
based on
You want me to prove null hypothesis?
Yeah.
Null hypothesis?
Yeah, I actually do.
We'll do shapes tomorrow, too.
Oh, got your ass.
Once you null hypothesis dick.
We have fun on this show.
Hell yeah. Now we're talking fucking football.
Justin Fields is 3-0.
Yeah, sure is.
Now,
Sure is. Huh?
here's an interesting one.
Anybody?
Here's an interesting one.
Mark, you might have been right. He's not the worst quarterback.
No, he's not the worst. He's certainly not the worst quarterback
All
ever.
right, thank you.
He's found himself in a spot where I don't think he's super good, but he is definitely good enough, and he's way better than Chicago made him look.
Oh yeah.
This is all fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is that was all I was saying the entire time, Brandon. I was
Yeah.
saying this is a Bears problem, not a Justin Fields problem. I'm not telling you that Justin Fields is Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that he's an NFL caliber quarterback, and he's proven it. And it's like the idea of like a quarterback being a game manager. Why is that a bad thing?
No,
Justin Fields or anyone else, I don't understand like what this fascination that football fans have with like if you're a good quarterback, you go out and you throw for 6 touchdowns,
Yeah.
you throw for your 400 yards passing. That's what good quarterbacks do. Good quarterbacks win football games. Good quarterbacks go to their head coach and they go, "What do you want from me on this football field today?" And the coach says this, and then they say, "Okay, I will do this." And if they do this, they're good quarterbacks. That's
Yeah.
it. That's the same thing. I feel the same way about Brock Purdy. Like last year, when everyone's like,
Purdy.
"This guy fucking sucks." It's
Geno
like, well,
Smith, I think, is one of these. I think the biggest skill NFL quarterback can have right now. It was a passing league forever. It's still a passing league, but it's not explosive anymore. The biggest skill an NFL quarterback can have is not fucking up.
not fucking up.
That is the number one skill that you're looking at in a quarterback if he's not going to be Patrick Mahomes, which
Yeah.
nobody can be. And Geno Smith has it. Fields is showing it through 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And Caleb Williams doesn't have it. Will Levis doesn't have it.
I don't know. I'm getting that's an old man thing. I'm starting to develop. In
Are you,
the
you
same
developing
way
an old man thing?
Quarterback wins. The stat nerds, Ebo, right? They say quarterback wins aren't a stat.
Yeah.
Wins. You shouldn't attribute wins to quarterbacks. I don't know. The older I get, the more I'm like, isn't that the objective?
To win the game?
Isn't the guy who
To win the game?
did what was necessary?
You play to win the
play
game.
to win the game.
Isn't it crazy they started giving quarterbacks the sacks and not the wins?
You
That's the trend in stats.
I don't think he heard us. You play to win the game.
Yeah, but the-
Hello.
You don't play to just play.
They are who we thought they were.
We're going to do them all. Playoffs?
Are those the big
That's
three?
the big
huh?
three? All right, hold on.
What's the other one? What's another?
You play to win the game.
I'm a man.
They are who we thought they were.
Oh, we're doing pros, right?
Yeah, I was doing just NFL.
You play to win the game. Playoffs.
playoffs.
They are who you want to go ahead and crown them. Crown them.
Crown their ass. They are who we thought they are.
I
We
kind
let
of
'em
like.
off the hook.
I kind of like Singletary.
Can't coach with them or can't coach them. Can't win with them.
Yeah,
or something.
can't do it.
Can't do it.
Yeah,
Can't do it. Yeah.
I don't remember what. I don't remember what exactly he says. So maybe if I don't remember it, he's probably
That's
not.
probably
in there.
not. Yeah. On the. So, but there's a spot for the fourth then. For
Of the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. There's a spot open.
We have to. If some shows have their Mount Rushmore, we got to settle on 3 or 5, and then
Yeah.
call it something else.
Call it 3 to 5. Top 3.
And it could be anything.
Top 3 to 5.
It's a compromise.
Yeah.
Woo! We're having fun. Can I say something to you guys? We're all family.
This
here,
would
right?
be the best place to do it, I'd say.
We're all family.
Yeah.
The backup quarterback for the Packers, who is now 2-0, and the starter Jordan Love was 0-1. The backup quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm.
His name is what?
Malik
Mm-hmm.
Willis, I believe.
Right.
Okay.
In my mind, every single time I say his name, I have to struggle with is his name Malik Wills or Malik Willis? And that is a block that is in my mind. I don't know how it got there.
Huh.
I always want to call him Malik Wills. I don't know why.
Why don't you just simply not be so fucking stupid and just call him Malik Willis? Why don't you just try that, Brandon?
Are you saying I'm stupid right now? Are you saying they're
No, I understand that happens
he's 2-0, by the way.
with some guys.
Jordan Love
Yeah,
was
he's 2-0.
0-1. Just pointing that out.
Yeah. Jordan Love is
Is he washed?
yeah.
We let him start 4 games in the NFL.
Well, I
Is he
mean,
washed?
the Jordan Love game didn't count. It was on like a sloppy field in Brazil.
Yeah.
It wasn't even real football. It was like guys can't find their footing and just sliding all over the place.
Connor,
It was like a novelty more so than a football game.
the Eagles won.
Yes.
I will let you have your flowers. That was a disgusting football game and should never be shown on TV.
Horrendous. Yeah.
It was awful. I didn't know those two teams were capable of that.
I had to listen on the radio, and I'm like, thank God I'm not watching.
How'd you like the radio?
Loved it. Merrill Reese, quick on the call.
Merrill
Right.
Reese sounds,
Is he,
Merrill Reese sounds so fucking hot. I gotta be.
no. Is he the Philly
Merrill.
guy with that terrible voice? The Eagles. That
That
guy?
guy, yeah. He's
I don't know
old
who
time.
Merrill
He's been at it
Reese
for a
is.
long
If
time.
That
told
guy
me-
stinks.
If you told me Merrill Reese is like a 24-year-old actress who just popped on the scene,
Yeah,
I'd be like,
she
dude,
does sound hot.
Yeah.
I agree. But
I
he's
wanna
got
see more of her.
he's got the worst voice ever a sports announcer has ever had. The
Oh,
Eagles.
Merrill spelled that way, yeah.
What is this first? The staff had so much Riz. What is he possibly talking about here?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
I haven't seen that video.
Merrill Reese says what?
They won't even let you watch it.
Oh,
Oh shit!
Oh, I have ad blockers.
they want to protect the Riz.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
Dude, have you seen that new movie? It's got Meryl Reese in it. She takes her top off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm rushing to the.
Right.
I don't even know what Merrill Reese looks like, and I want to see your tits.
Meryl Reese is fucking hot.
He's a Philadelphia legend.
Yeah.
Do his voice.
The Eagles.
That's not even
No,
close.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
That was
I
Dick
can't
Vi-
replicate it.
that
I
was
can't
Dick-
believe he fumbled.
That was Dick Vitale.
No, so the thing with him is that every single thing is sponsored. So he calls and that third down conversion is brought to you by blah 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 blah. Like every single thing on the
What
radio.
company?
is
What do they make?
I'm just.
Blah, 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 blah.
What do they make?
I wasn't gonna say an actual company because no
No
free ads. or
yeah,
anything. Yeah, but
good call, Connor.
every single thing. So listening on the radio was good, but every single that swatted pass is brought to you
Connor,
by whatever.
For the next 10 minutes, I want all of your thoughts sponsored by Jägermeister.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Well, it was an ugly game of football, and that thought, I think I want to credit that thought to Jägermeister. And I'd say as a whole, it was a gutsy win because we had a lot of players injured, and I heard that through the grapevine, and that grapevine is brought to you by Jägermeister. We had a lot of players injured.
Yeah.
And we were able to will out a win, but we still have a moron as a head coach, and that's why moving forward, while I'm glad we got a win against the hottest team in football right now, I'm still very worried, and my worrisome is sponsored by
I
Jägermeister.
believe that he's your Jägermeister moron of the week.
Yes. Yes.
Boy, that Saquon Barkley can run that football.
Yeah.
He is.
Best player on the
Makes
team
you
right
wonder why
now.
they don't just hand it to him every play.
Every time.
Yeah. Fuck anybody who said that we lost last week because of him.
Have they tried passing it to him?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's not.
If he's good at running, he's got to be good at the other part.
Connor, that was an unnecessary. You kind of took the ball and ran a little too far there.
I'm just saying. He's the
'Cause he-
reason why we are in these games.
You did say fuck Brandon and I.
Yeah.
Right to her face.
No. You
Do
also
you just want to say it to us?
Just
Say it. Say
Go ahead,
it. Say it. Go ahead and say it.
This is Brad?
No, fuck. Say it.
Fuck you, Brandon.
And who's that brought to you by?
Brought to you by Jägermeister. No, he is our best player right now. He's the reason why we are in this. And the defense stepped up a lot yesterday. They played great. And yeah, you'd think we would actually give Saquon the ball in the first quarter, but we did not.
Are you worried about him falling apart?
No, I mean,
Like it's a long season, a lot of football left, a lot of
and he had obviously
wear and tear,
injury prone, but he only had 17 carries yesterday.
That's not an only number.
No. 17 carries, but we didn't give it to him once in the first quarter. I think he only had 4 carries at the half.
But that's not 17 is not an only number.
He probably touched the ball the most outside of the quarterback, correct?
When we're down A.J. Brown and then we lose Devontae Smith later in the game, and it's a grinded out type of game, he should be getting at least 20.
All I'm saying is
17 is like pretty much 20.
All I'm saying is if you're looking towards week 8, week 9, week 10 and wanting to keep him healthy, you don't say, well, in week 3 he only had 17 carries.
Okay, fair.
Okay.
But in the meantime, when he's our best player and we're down a lot of weapons, thankfully we found Dallas Goedert yesterday. I think we need to be riding him, Saquon, for the remainder of this weird chunk of the season.
And you will be the entire season.
Riding him?
Yeah.
I'll be doing tricks on it, yeah.
You will be riding.
And
we know that much about
those
you.
will be the Jägermeister tricks of the
He's the man.
Who was the fakest who was the phoniest 2-0 team? Because the Saints looked like they were just hell on wheels for 2 weeks and then looked like garbage yesterday.
Yeah.
It has to be the Bucks though, right? The Bucks were
the Bucks are
the Bucks beat who they beat? They beat the Lions?
The Lions.
Yeah,
they beat the Lions in Detroit.
And then come home and let rookie quarterback Bo Nix and Denver beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
The NFL, in college football, okay?
Good teams are good and bad.
Good teams are good, bad teams are bad.
Yeah.
In the NFL, that's not the case.
But that's why I love it. I don't know. I do. I don't know if I said this on the show before. I fucking love football, dude. I love the NFL.
Did I not say football earlier? Football.
It used to be like that though. Like when it was like Breeze, Manning, Brady, Jake Plummer was in there.
That's the next quarterback you thought of?
Yeah. I just threw Jake Plummer in there. But like when you had the premier quarterbacks, it's like I knew the Broncos or the Colts were going to go 13-3.
Yeah.
I knew Tom Brady
That's why
was going to go 13-3.
NFL discourse cracks me up now because I'm not saying I have the answers or I know what the fuck's going to happen, but people really do just react to whatever they just saw, and then they're just that's
week,
every single week.
But
Literally
that's how
every
it
week.
goes.
It's
Yeah.
just like we just saw this, so that must mean that are the Panthers back? Are the Panthers like sneaky a playoff team now with Andy Dalton and the Buccaneers are trash, and Bo Nix was like ass, and the Broncos were punting on the entire season. And now all of a sudden you're like, wow, Bo Nix he can move the football, and they got a great defense.
I think you're right.
They're
I think
locked in, and
people do these stupid knee-jerk reactions, and they go week to week. And I got to say, nothing to do with that, but Bryce Young is officially the worst quarterback who has ever suited
No,
up
that
in
was
the NFL
that was
game.
a tough day yesterday for guys like me that were like
For Alabama
we
fans
sure
who are
that
just totally, hooked up with Bryce Young and wanting him to be a good pro. That was
a tough day yesterday. Now, if you wanted to make the argument, and I'm not sure I do anymore. I know I do not want to die on a Bryce Young hill, but I'm just
it wouldn't be a very big hill. It'd be Ebo sized.
you might say that a rookie.
I did not just get awed right now, did I?
Did
he just awe me?
Aw.
Come
on.
That's crazy. The awe is worse than the joke.
I
I
stand against
Connor,
any joke made.
did you awe him?
I did awe him, yeah, because I felt bad.
What kind of
about all these nuts in your mouth?
Saved it.
That burn, sponsored by Egg.
You use some ice cold shots to cool off that burn.
I'm not
I'll die
sure.
on the Bryce Young hill though.
I'm not
you
sure.
don't want to do it, I'll do it.
I'm not sure I want to defend Bryce Young. If I did, I'd probably intercept him. All right. But if you did, you'd say he's a young quarterback. He needs to be developed. And the issue with him with Carolina is that Carolina doesn't know how to develop a younger quarterback. Whereas Andy Dalton, yes, stepped in, had a great game, was making NFL level throws. I think it was the second. Was it the second touchdown that he dropped into the corner of the end zone? Or was that his first one? It was just a great ball. It was just like you put it where only his guy could catch it, and you're like, that's what's been missing from the Panthers. But Andy Dalton's been around the league a little bit. Andy Dalton's like sort of a finished product in the sense
he knows how to play NFL.
He knows how to play NFL quarterback. So he's the kind of guy that you can plug in. Now, if the Panthers had like 2 rookies on the roster and they plugged in if Bo Nix was on the Panthers, plugged him in, and he lit it up, then it'd be really, really concerning for Bryce Young. So maybe there's still a sliver of hope for Bryce Young, but yeah, that was brutal. Especially like they marched down the field the first possession, right, Ebo? Do I have that
In
correct?
seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very easily.
Very easily score a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was not a tough for the Bryce Young fans. But also like if he does suck, just cut him loose. But they're not going to.
Listen, what is Bryce Young's stock price trading at right now?
It's almost a penny stock.
I'll buy it. If you want to sell it to me for a penny, I'll buy it.
You want all the penny stock?
Well,
Yeah, I'll buy
we
it.
as a show should trade for Bryce Young. Should we trade?
Well, hold on. Who are we going to trade?
Cash considerations.
I mean, listen. You want to lose his mind?
If we could get Bryce Young on this couch, I would go play backup quarterback. I would do that for
Yeah,
sure.
you got family in Carolinas, right? Yeah.
Yeah, in
All
South
right,
Carolina.
All right,
not
what's
north,
his
but
name?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Well, it's Carolina.
David Tepper. Is
David
that his name?
Tepper.
Yeah.
David Tepper.
We're-
I am speaking on behalf of Mostly Sports. We would like to offer you for Bryce Young.
Yeah.
We will offer you Connor Griffin.
And
Player to be named
can
later.
we throw in your mom to sweeten the deal? Because I think that puts the trade through.
The offer is Connor Griffin and Connor Griffin's mom. That's
Bryce
too
Young.
much. We're not getting enough back.
No.
We're getting fleeced.
But we also have to take on the contract.
I also.
Yeah.
That's tough.
That's true.
Yeah. Yes, Connor.
I don't know. I mean, granted, yeah, she has no choice. I don't know if my mom would be willing to relocate.
You think there's a world where we keep your mom in this deal?
I think so.
Oh, shit, dude.
Fleece.
That's a fleece of the
I think she'd be very unhappy in North Carolina, and she would just not play. She would say to management, "I'm not playing for this team."
Hold out.
Could you imagine Bryce Young and Ebo on that couch together? Both of them like kicking their legs down as they're sitting there.
I think that'd be a W for me. I'd look a little bit bigger. I think that'd be a W.
Did they can reach out and not touch each other?
Yeah.
You
They
could
go to
fit-
high five and they both like fall over because they're reaching so hard.
We have fun.
Get me on the same couch as Kyler Murray and Bryce Young. I think that'll be an ego boost for me.
What's
what other games did we not talk about yet?
Well, the Colts beat the Bears.
Yeah, sure did.
Maybe it's my proximity to this company. No, it is my proximity to this company and the Bears fans within it. I'm just so fucking sick of hearing whether Caleb Williams is ass or not. I'm so fucking sick of hearing about Caleb Williams. Let him develop for at least 8 weeks and then let's talk. Because the offensive line's so goddamn bad. But can I just go like a couple weeks without talking Caleb Williams? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I know you like because Justin Fields is getting proven to be
No,
not ass right now.
I didn't say it. You're the
Yeah.
one that said it. Yeah, you're the one that said it. And Caleb Williams, boy, they are something. Those Bears fans, though.
They are a lot.
Is cope the word? Is that a word in the
Copium?
lexicon these days? Yeah. Yesterday, Caleb Williams was pooping his pants against the Colts, and they were like, "No,
Yeah.
we got her."
Yeah.
That must have been rough for Dan, huh? He's a Harbaugh guy too. Watching Justin Fields dice up Jim Harbaugh as Caleb Williams was pooping his pants in Indianapolis.
Did he really poop his pants?
He did, yeah. He did. He was pooping them. No, he shows flashes. Caleb shows flashes.
Yeah, he does. He shows flash.
No, I don't. I do.
He's gonna put it together. He's gonna be a good player.
Yeah, and I do. I am consistent with that. I do not like to give up on young quarterbacks as quickly as everybody else. So I do think, I do think it's crazy to say Caleb's a bust. And same with Anthony Richardson, by the way, who as of right now appears to not have any idea how to throw a football.
Yeah.
And does not look like an NFL caliber.
Now I'm gonna
quarterback,
stop you.
but-
I'm gonna stop you there. I think you can judge Anthony Richardson because Caleb Williams won a Heisman Trophy. Caleb Williams was the best player in college football. Anthony Richardson was never for a second good in college football.
Not true.
When was he good?
The first half versus Utah.
No,
Yeah.
we're not doing that. We're not doing first half.
You said for a second.
There was never.
Ebo-
He was the
pointed
the Heisman winner for 3
Ebo
quarters.
pointed out hundreds of seconds.
There's never been.
There were literally hundreds of seconds.
There's never been a day that ended of college football where you're like, oh my God, Anthony Richardson is one of the best quarterbacks. And he always was just a potential guy. He was potential. It never happened at Florida, and now he's potential, and it's not going to happen here either. He's just not an NFL
You're
quarterback.
probably right. You're probably right.
Why are you yelling?
Probably. You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe he's not. Maybe.
Are you Sam Kinison?
You know what? Maybe you're right. Let's say, for argument's sake.
I feel like you're taking every sports radio guy ever and just combining them into one
For
performance.
argument's sake. Let's say you're right. I don't know. I'm stalling. I'm buying time to figure out
Yeah.
how to argue the other side. I don't know. I do because I do think if like I'm gonna be a guy that talks about football every Monday, I do think that's one of the flags that I want to stake in the ground is that I want to be a guy that gives quarterbacks a chance.
Benefit of the
I
doubt
want
guy.
to be a benefit of the doubt with
Benefit of the doubt Mark over here.
young quarterbacks. I remember when I was a young quarterback, Brandon.
Yeah.
It was hard.
Yeah. You were in seventh grade.
Playing field on the road. That's not easy. So I want to be a benefit of the doubt guy. But at the same time, I kind of agree with everything you said about Richardson. And yeah.
I there's just never been a time where I'm a doubt guy. I'm gonna doubt him. I'm gonna doubt his benefits.
You don't just ever have flashbacks to that 2-point convert?
No. It's one game.
You never have a flashback and they're like, God, that was so fucking sick that he did that.
Did you see the pass? Was it week 1? I think it was week 1. The
Yeah,
pass he threw.
threw one pass, yeah.
That was pretty. You did say he's never been good for 1 second. That pass was good. The week 1 bomb, 60-yard bomb, was really good.
Do we want to adopt Brandon Aubrey on the show?
Oh, we should sign him, dude. If the Cowboys are going to be asked,
Do we have an influx of money I don't know about?
We'll trade Bryce Young for Brandon Aubrey.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we just flipped. We just flipped Bryce.
Jerry Jones. We've got an agreement in principle to get Bryce Young.
Yeah.
We think he's a young quarterback. We'd like Brandon Aubrey. It's a three-way deal.
Yeah, it's a 3-way deal. Yeah. And we just flipped Bryce Young. So now we have.
So we flipped Connor Griffin for Brandon. So it's almost if we start off with like a feather and we go to like a swap meet and we end up with like a car.
Right.
Connor Griffin was the feather.
Yes.
See how high we can get.
Yeah.
All right. So now we have Brandon Aubrey.
All right.
65 yards.
Is my mom still involved in this or no?
Your mom stayed. She never got traded in the
good,
first
good,
place.
Yeah.
All right.
Come on.
She's not going anywhere. 65-yard field goal, Brandon. He's gonna hit a 70-yarder.
You think so?
He's gonna hit a 70-yarder. He's got to. I was mad they didn't let it rip against the Browns. Was that last week or 2 weeks ago? I watched
2 weeks.
Football's starting to bleed together. We're only 3 weeks into the NFL season.
Yeah,
It's
too many
really
games.
it's really starting to bleed together.
In the NFL, can we have a weekend off? We got to catch up.
I gotta binge all the games that I missed. They had at the end of the first half, right? They had like a 72-yarder they were lining up for, and then they said, "Nah, never mind."
Yeah.
All right, with kickers getting
He can kick a 70-yarder.
with kickers getting as good as they've gotten, and they are the best they've ever been. Within 5 years, do we see a 70-yard field goal?
I think.
You think we can do it this year?
I think we can do it this year. I think Brandon Aubrey. If Brandon Aubrey continues to like from 60 yards just not miss, why would you not?
So where do you get to
Give
for
him
a
a chance.
70-yarder? You got to get to the
Hard
47, your own 47-yard line.
The hard part, and this is obvious, but we do have a lot of morons watching the show that I need to talk down to for a second. The hard part of the 70-yard field goal. This is the condescending. For those of you at home,
Listen up, guys.
you might want to slow down the speed on this one and be sure to rewind if you get lost. The problem is the factors all have to align. As you said, the ball has to be at the right spot for it to be a 70-yarder. Number 2, the clock probably has to be the end of the half or the end of a game. You could do it in the flow of a game with Brandon Aubrey because he does seem to have the leg for it. But the further back you go with the field goal, the higher the risk if you miss. 'Cause you're giving the other team better field position, Brandon. That's how that works. So I'm not sure if anyone else knew that.
Let's say you're down.
I knew that.
28 to 7 in the fourth quarter. You're driving. You're not going to catch up. There's only 4 minutes left. You're not going to catch up.
Yeah.
You get to midfield. Dak, take a knee at the 47.
Yeah.
Let Brandon Aubrey take a shot.
Yeah.
Let's just see. Let's just line it up and see what happens. Why not? Well, who's that hurt, Connor? Who does that hurt?
Nobody. I don't think so.
This is what I'm going to say is a cousin of one of the ideas that I've had about the NBA.
You have an entire family of ideas?
Dude, a whole fucking family.
You okay, by the way?
No, big time burp. I have an idea for the NBA to put bounties on records, where like you tell players, especially like Karl Malone's a good example. Karl Malone has like a handful of records, and he's like a piece of shit, and people don't like him. And if you want to get Karl Malone out of the record books, tell all the players, if you break, like these are the 5 records going in the NBA season. If you break any of these 5 records, we'll give you $5 million.
Huh.
So the players that are on the shitty teams have something to play for. And they could spend the horses to come up with them, or they could like identify like these people are pieces of shit and we want them to not have records, right? I think the NFL should work the same way. I think they should pick 5 records and put a bounty at. Like the Cowboys get a
first-round pick.
A first-round pick if they break anytime you break a record, you get a benefit of something.
Can I say something?
So you have something to play for. In your scenario, when you're going to lose the game,
yeah,
you're like, fuck, dude, at least we can get something out of this. Let's try to kick a 70-yard field goal.
I'd like to say a thing right now.
Go ahead.
You know how I think you're a massive piece of shit and don't like you? Whenever you sit back and say, I have an idea for the NBA or NFL, it's always fucking
It's always
good.
a banger.
It's
always a banger.
You have a 100% hit rate on your ideas for the NBA.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's the NBA that you always have the best ideas
I don't
for.
know. Yeah.
What was Shatter Backboard Night? One Shatterable Backboard. NHL all overtime games.
Yeah, just make the whole. There's one night in the NHL where it's all overtime, sudden death. It's the whole league. The whole league is just sudden death over. It's just like an overtime period.
I think this is another one. Bounty.
It would be so.
Record bounties.
Record bounties. I think that's a great idea. I think that gives the shitty team something to play for and something to. And it gives, like I said, like a game, like a scenario. The Cowboys are down 35-3, and they got their backups in the fourth quarter, and it's like, what are we even doing?
In the NBA, if they had
for a record.
$1 million 70-point game night,
yeah,
nobody on the Wizards is passing.
Nobody's passing, dude. No, like Scott Skiles has the assist record for most assists in a game.
28?
Yeah.
29, something like that.
Do you think they should have like a volleyball style night where it's like everyone on the offensive end has to touch the ball at least once before you can score?
I do love that.
Yeah.
I love the idea of that.
That's Hoosiers. 4 passes, right?
Yeah.
4 passes
Everybody,
before you can take
yeah.
a shot. That
that
didn't seem like a great idea at the time either.
Did untold damage to
Small
Bob Knight
white kids.
Yeah,
who,
it's in Indiana. Yeah, that could shoot.
Yeah.
It's like, why the fuck am I passing the ball? I'm open. Bob Knight and Hoosiers combined did a lot of damage.
Just
wrecked
Indiana basketball. Wrecked Indiana 11-year-old.
A lot of dads thought they were Bob Knight and get on the fucking line.
I never thought about that. I bet there were a lot of Bob Knight copycats in Indiana.
We're 9. I don't give a fuck. Get on the line. You want to be great.
You know what Bob Knight needed, and to get away from the stress of basketball, he needed like golf as an outlet where he could go just chill out.
Yeah, chill out and
just relax
and not get upset so easily.
Ah, fuck,
cocksucker,
motherfucker.
I have one last NFL thought, and then we don't have to move on. But I'm probably exhausted of my NFL thoughts. It's my brain will officially.
Yeah, we can move on.
We can move on. The Kansas City Chiefs. So I've said for a while that I think the Chiefs are not as hated as they probably should be.
Yeah.
Given their success.
I've agreed with that.
What is it about them that like shields them from the hatred, say the New England Patriots had for their dynasty? I think it's happening, Brandon. I think we're 3 weeks in. I think the pass interference not being called, coming on the heels of them winning by
being called.
Yes, them winning by virtue of a pass interference call. Now they beat the Falcons because a pass interference wasn't called. That should have been called. I think it's that, and I think people are like losing their fucking minds over this. That the Chiefs are 3-0 and they're getting some calls, but that's been happening though for the last few years, where the Chiefs get accused of getting the favorable calls. I think the more damning thing with the Kansas City Chiefs, and is the thing that's going to make people turn on them, is that the Kansas City Chiefs are just kind of not fun to watch anymore. Yeah. I find myself as a guy who doesn't really have an NFL team. I'm a neutral observer. I just want to be entertained by the football I'm watching. The Chiefs have been so fun to watch through the years, and it's only 3 weeks in, and a lot can change, and they don't have Pacheco, and Travis Kelce is apparently waiting for the end of the season or the playoffs to start playing football. Mm-hmm. But boy, it's just a lot of dinking and dunking. You have one of the greatest quarterbacks ever, and he's just like hitting like fucking wide receiver screens and like slant patterns, and it's good football, I guess, and you're winning, and it's like, I don't know, as a neutral observer, I'm like, I'm not enjoying watching the Chiefs like I used to watch them, which is going to make me turn on them, because I feel the feeling swelling up inside me that I'm going to, by like week 9, be screaming at the TV, this team isn't even that good.
No, they
And
don't.
How are they getting away?
They don't take the top off like they used to. Like they don't.
Take your top off.
They don't do the
Andy,
take your
Andy.
Andy. Take that top off.
Top off.
You remember when?
Go tarps off.
You remember when Chris Paul and Blake Griffin and all that had Lob City
Yeah.
for the Clippers, and then they got tired of that nickname and they tried to get away from it. They stopped doing the dunks as
Yeah.
much. Like if you're not doing the lobs and the dunks, you're not. No, I don't want to watch you. You're
Right.
not exciting. The Chiefs are still probably trying to do it, and they hope Xavier Worthy becomes that guy. It looked like in
Right.
week 1 he was going to be
that guy in week 1. We got excited about it, and the last
But
couple.
no,
weeks,
they're just kind of plotting right now. But
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. I'm saying that's
Can I
was
say
my feeling
something?
last night was,
can I say something about the whole league?
you know what? Go ahead. Go ahead, Brandon.
Forever it became Breeze and Rogers and Manning and all these great Brady, all these great quarterbacks that came along and then gave it to Mahomes. It became a passing league, and you were throwing it down the field. You were getting chunks. You were getting chunks of this and that.
Yeah.
Now it feels like everybody's checking down. Everybody's
Dinking
dinking
and
and dunking.
dunking.
The defense is adjusted and have taken care of the back end so much that everything has to be in front of them, and everything's a little. It doesn't feel as a take the top off league anymore. And I want to see that top
Off
off.
the tops.
I want to see the top off. Who wants to see more topless football?
Let them breathe.
Topless football.
Let them breathe.
I like topless football.
Let these offenses breathe a little bit. Dump them out.
Passing touchdowns, passing stats as a whole, way down.
Way down.
Way down.
And I think quarterbacks get overtrained. I think they stop taking shots and start being safe and checking it down, and that just leads to more boring football.
I don't necessarily fully hate touchdowns and passing yards being down. I want some more shots though. Take some more shots. Take some more.
Damn, that's cold.
Yeah, throwing for like 350 and four tutties, TDs, touchdowns, whatever you want to call them.
I don't want to call them tutties.
It should be hard. It should be difficult. And I think we did get into we got spoiled, or like the rules, whatever it was. The circumstances led to a point where like you were just used to quarterbacks doing that every single game, and if they didn't do that, they were bums. I don't know. Maybe we.
Yes, Evo.
You don't want to pound
this
the rock?
isn't the worst thing. Maybe pound that fucking rock, dude.
You don't pound the fucking rock is working, dude.
I don't mind pounding the rock. I want to.
It's more the short
I
passes.
wanna see-
It's like if you're gonna pass it, pass it.
Take the top off and I'll and do some pounding the rock.
Yeah, pound the rock or pass it.
Yeah.
They're doing like a. I want you to take your top off as you're pounding.
Yeah.
That's
You
what I
take your
want.
top off. I'll do the pounding.
No, dude, no.
That's what I want.
You're right. Pounding it is way better with the top off.
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
But how many minutes out of the 60 should you be pounding?
I mean,
Can't be that long.
Connor, can I just say something? It seems like you tried to make that sexual just now.
That
That was a little awkward because we were all talking ball, and now you made it sexual.
I'm a freak. I'm sorry.
we're trying to do a show.
I need a supercut of Connor Griffin.
Just,
I'm a freak.
I'm a freak.
Kelsey's just like we're due for the.
Well, Kelsey's about dead.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
He's also a robot now, programmed by Tay Tay.
We're due. Gee, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What do you? Yeah.
We're due for like week 8. That's like the top story in the NFL is like Travis Kelce is absolutely washed and toast.
His batteries popped out.
Yeah. And then in the playoffs he's gonna just
I mean,
explode and everyone's gonna count out the Chiefs, and then the Chiefs are gonna go on a playoff run because Kelce's awesome, and then everyone's
now the idea's in
why
my
did we
head.
ever doubt Travis Kelce?
The idea's in my head. So, if you found out in week 8 that Travis Kelce was in fact now some sort of program device, and Taylor Swift is controlling his every movement on the field with a video game controller from the press box,
Right.
that's awesome.
It's a pretty awesome precedent. I would say she's not controlling it that well, but the fact that
She doesn't know how to play. She's getting used to it.
Yeah. But the fact that she's doing it at all is very interesting and has my attention, to say the least.
They lose and she throws her controller.
New sponsor on the show.
New
Are
money?
we done with NFL?
Yeah, we're done.
You
with
want
that.
to do some business and then go to college?
Let's go to collage.
Running late, no time for breakfast, and you're starving. We've all been there, racing to meetings, practice, school pickups, whatever it is. But what if a delicious, nutritious meal could doing that right into the mic?
I didn't realize I was doing that in the mic. Sorry.
Could be ready in seconds. Mostly Sports is sponsored by Huel, the world's #1 I got the burps today. I'm sorry. Apologies to Huel. Apologies to everybody.
Huel.
Let me start this over. Mostly Sports is sponsored by Huel, the world's #1 complete nutrition brand. Huel is perfectly balanced, designed by experts to provide all the nutrients your body needs from a meal. Huel takes the guesswork out of healthy eating. It's for your most inconvenient meals with no prep, no cooking. Say goodbye to getting hangry and unsatisfying snacks. Just grab a Huel instead. They taste so good. The shakes actually taste like a milkshake, and they come in delicious chocolate or vanilla. Bonus is they are actually low sugar as well. Lastly, Huel is incredibly affordable with high protein meals starting at just $2.50. Oh my God. $2.50. It's a budget-friendly option that we are genuinely excited about here on the show. Try Huel with 15% off today and use code MOSTLY at Huel.com/mostly. That's HUEL.com/mostly. Fuel your best performance with Huel today.
I noticed I could move the graphics around. Did something happen with the graphics last week?
No. Have you never been able to do that?
No.
Oh, yeah. We had a problem with the graphics last week.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Oh, he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
I was doing a little bit.
Condescending.
He knew the whole time.
Something kind
Yeah.
of.
Yeah. I wasn't here, but I was watching.
I'm always watching.
Always watching.
What?
That's
Monsters,
the
Inc.
Monsters Inc. I forget her name. What's her name in that?
Roz?
Roz, yeah.
Yeah.
We had
She was the Mike Wazowski.
at my house. We had Pixar Day this weekend,
Mhm.
Ooh.
and we watched 3 Pixar movies in a row. We watched Cars,
Cars 2, Cars 3.
The Incredibles, and The Incredibles 2. We did not watch.
Wow. Give your kids a taste of Wally. Don't deprive them.
We've seen
Give
Wally
him a
before.
chance.
What-
Give him a chance.
Tommy's seen Wally. We've seen Wally.
Wally was apparently crossword clue this week. I got tagged in that a lot. People were doing I think it was the Times, New York Times crossword.
Wally.
Wally. Wow.
College football. I told.
He does it. There's no dialogue for the first 35 minutes, Brandon.
I know.
It's about a robot collecting trash, and it makes you cry. It makes you think. It makes you feel. You have a Jimmy V day.
I don't think it does make you cry.
It made me cry
Why?
because I'm a man enough to admit that.
You cried over a robot picking up trash?
Dude, when Wally says, that's like a core memory. All he says is Wally.
A core memory of what?
Of mine, dude. And then he says, and you're like, holy shit, dude, he loves her. But they're robots, dude. They're fucking robots. College football.
So I think there's two number one stories. A is USC being completely overvalued for beating a mid LSU team. I told y'all it was going to happen. I knew it. I knew in these spots USC wasn't going to come through for us. I knew it. I was scared of that. And then USC goes in there. They play a team. They punt to the 10-yard line. Michigan has to go 90 yards in 3 minutes, and they don't complete a pass, and they go 90 yards.
Yeah.
USC just forgets how to tackle. They forget. Oh my god.
That was the exact outcome that I predicted as well.
I know.
Michigan was going to play dog shit football, not play well at all, and still
running down their fucking
run it down
throat.
their throat. To where Michigan fans are like, oh my God, are we going to win the national championship?
Yeah.
And everybody watching was like, no, Michigan is ass.
They're not
Michigan
good.
is not a good football team. But USC, they for some reason they
It boils down to giving them too much credit for beating LSU. LSU hasn't
really
been
it,
good
yeah.
since they beat LSU. Was average against UCLA. LSU was average against South Carolina. LSU is not a very good team. USC beat them, therefore USC jumped up to the top 10. And truth is, they should be like number 22 or something like that.
I want to give USC credit because the defense was so bad. Like if USC's defense showed
USC's
up
improved.
in Ann Arbor, if last year's USC defense showed up in Ann Arbor
They
on
lose by
Saturday,
30.
oh my God, that would have been disgusting.
Yeah.
They definitely have improved, but it's still it underscores what we think about Lincoln Riley football, what we think about USC football.
Well, he's in his
all of
third
it is
year, and he's still not. He's not good, and he's not doing anything at that blue blood program. Like I don't know what it means for like down the road, but I would have expected more from him to this point in his career. at USC. Tennessee's really fucking good.
Tennessee's really good.
Tennessee dicked around and went super conservative and made Oklahoma think that they were in that game. They were never in that game. Tennessee could have won that by 28 points if they wanted to. They got the 22-3 lead, and they never threw on first down again. They never threw on second down again. They just kept running and running and running and running. Ended up winning by 10. But Tennessee is really
They're really
good.
fucking good, yeah.
The defense is great. The defensive line is great. Jackson
Is Tennessee national title good to you? I'm from the future, and you're not going to believe this, Brandon. Maybe you will. Tennessee just won the national championship.
Hold on, let me think.
What's your reaction? Are you like, there's no fucking way?
Let me think. So coming into the year, I had 4 teams I thought were national title good.
Yeah.
I've taken one of those. I've taken Oregon out. So now I'm left with Texas, with Georgia, and with Ohio State.
Yeah.
Those are my 3. Those are legitimate in the national title. A month in, I think Ole Miss could possibly be added to that list.
Okay.
I think Tennessee could possibly be added to that list. And I'm not going to add Alabama yet, but certainly this weekend's a big one. So I guess my list is up to 5, but I think Tennessee is added to that list, yeah. Because they got a quarterback, and they didn't even unleash him the other night. Did you see that fucking touchdown he threw?
He's very,
That was a fucking dart.
He's very good.
And I thought Heupel really let his foot off the gas and kind of brought back his next. Now their schedule, they got at Georgia and they got Alabama at home. They split those games. They're in the playoff, no problem.
Yeah,
without question. I think they handle everybody else on that schedule. Yeah, I think Tennessee is national. You asked me, is Tennessee national title good? Yes.
So if they
Yes.
win the national title, you're not surprised. You're not like,
I wouldn't be shocked.
How the fuck did this happen?
I think they're gonna get I think they're gonna be like the number 6 seed, number 5 seed, something like that.
Yeah.
And I think they'll be in good shape to possibly win the national title.
Who is the favorite to win the national title on DraftKings?
It's probably Texas at this point.
Yeah.
It's Texas, Ohio State, or Georgia. It's one of those. It's got to be one of those
sure,
3.
Yeah, I was more asking like who is the one.
Is it
Ohio
State?
State plus 340.
Oh, are they?
It is
The
Ohio State.
Buckeyes?
Georgia plus 360. Texas 5-1.
No shit. The Ohio State Buckeyes?
Yeah.
Where I went to school for 4 years and got my degree?
The Buckeyes.
Oh. Huh.
Does that feel good? Then
Is that so? Is that so?
am I?
the Buckeyes.
Am I looking at an undefeated room outside of myself?
Yeah.
Yep, I think so.
Yeah.
I think you are.
Rutgers is now 3-0.
Yes, sir.
Beat Virginia Tech.
TJ's fired. Let's go one by one. Let's give each guy a second to breathe a little bit. TJ, because you are like so fired up about this Rutgers team.
Yeah, this was a big weekend. I was trying to stagger how excited I got about Rutgers because we do this every year, and then we lose a game that we should win, and then it's over, and then it's depression.
Yeah.
So that's now this Friday.
Who do we play? Oh, Washington, right?
Friday night at home.
Yeah.
Washington's not good.
nasty.
I know, but
Washington's
you have to beat the ass teams, and we usually trip up. Like the college football show day, we should have beaten Nebraska that night. We lost. We didn't score a point in the second half, and we lost. This happens all the time. So I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm excited. Team looks good. Best offensive line in the country. Some are saying
They should have won.
everyone on the offensive line is rated top 5 in PFF.
They should have won that game by 21. They were absolutely shredding Virginia Tech.
Tebow-
Got stopped on 4th and 1, fumbled at the goal line. They should have won that game by 30.
Good one, TJ.
JMU scored 53 points in the first half
Yes, sir.
against North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't tell me they were going to be good.
I don't think we really knew what to expect. I mean, it was the best team in the group of 5 last year, stripped for parts to go to Indiana.
Yeah.
The entire team was taken away. And the first 2 games, they looked kind of shaky. They had a guy basically getting his first game action versus Charlotte and Gardner-Webb, who struggled a lot at quarterback, but showed flashes, and they were rotating 10 offensive linemen. So, like, nobody knew what to expect going into, like, a real game. And then it seemed like everyone seemed to find their feet after, like, the 2 weeks off. The quarterback is amazing, Lonzo Barnett. They found their starting lineman. Their speed all over the field. It's a legit G5 threat to make the playoff, and it's awesome.
I'm going to stop right there before we get to the next guy. The next team outside of my list that's not in the national title good would be Penn State. I think they might be national title good.
Oh.
That's how much I think of this Penn State team.
Wow.
And I want to be the guy. If you think Penn State in this show, think of me.
Okay.
because
Yeah.
I just said
You
it.
just said
Yeah.
that you think they're good enough to win that.
We've been drinking the Kool-Aid for 2 years, Brandon.
I think I was just a little early.
Yeah.
Because Aller is really that dude this year. He's really good. Now they haven't played anybody since they played West Virginia.
Kent State's a good team, so like doing it against Kent State is.
Did you see their box score? And Kent State's the very worst team in the country. It was 718 total yards to 60.
Yep. It was the
I've never even seen that.
largest yards differential in the last decade. I don't know if you could track like how far deep that goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a beatdown, which
Hell
is
yeah.
good. Drew Aller.
You're back to being optimistic.
I mean, this is a big game.
Did you listen to it on the radio?
No, I was keeping tabs on that, and then when I got home yesterday, I watched the replay in its entirety, so I'm all caught up. But I was very cautious going into this year because we didn't know how good Andy Kotelnicki would be at OC. He has completely unlocked Drew Aller. Drew Aller is playing like the best Penn State quarterback I've ever seen. And, yeah, we get Illinois this week, top 20 matchup.
a big one.
Beaver Stadium, under the lights.
That's a big one.
Very excited.
Big
Very
one.
excited.
That's
So we'll see.
that's a big one.
We got to come out strong.
And Mark?
Buckeyes, baby.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is.
You want to go?
Well, we actually are out of time on this segment. The segment called Let Everybody Talk About Their Football Team. We're unfortunately out of time on that one, so I can't really go.
So this is my SEC preview that I'm going to do. I do this every week on the show, right, Mark?
When have you ever?
There is a.
Yeah.
I love the SEC. I've been a big SEC fan my whole life. Let's do the SEC preview. Texas has a game coming up where they are favored by 40 in conference versus Mississippi State, I believe.
Uh-huh.
Shock the world, Brandon. Great opportunity.
And then Georgia has a game coming up where they'll probably be favored by 40 in conference for Mississippi State. And Alabama looks like they have a
We don't play them.
schedule.
We don't play them. We don't play them.
Oh, Tennessee. Sorry, Tennessee has a game on their schedule. Looks like where they'll be favored.
Our four SEC road games are all currently in the top 5 or top 6.
So you hope you can go 2-2.
2-2 would be. I would settle for 2-2.
Settle for 2-2.
Settle for 2-2. Yeah. I'd be. I think it's going to be 3-1. No, we lost to. We got killed by Toledo at home, and then lost to the worst Florida team in 3 decades. And now our next 2 games are at Texas and at Georgia.
You're a basketball school, dude.
We are a
You're a
basketball.
basketball school.
Oh, dude, I met Bruce Pearl the other day at Auburn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, "Hey man, Chris Jans is a dude." I was like,
Oh really?
That made me feel good.
That's cool.
I like that. Yeah.
How was the tour of the stadium?
It was good. I've been there before.
Oh, okay.
But Auburn's a great place. Good little town.
Yeah.
Good stadium.
Seemed like a fun time.
Good atmosphere. Yeah.
Go to Toomer's Corner.
We did. Terribly delusional people who are assholes, but whatever. Okay. That's what you're gonna have. We went to Toomer's Corner.
What's the tree situation there?
Small.
They replanted them.
No, yeah, they're small, young, immature. Dave tried to hire them. It was.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Could I throw in one more thing about Saturday college football?
Uh-huh.
And I'm saying this because you guys are family. If
I don't like that disclaimer, Mark.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
No, because you guys, I'm inviting you to my wedding whenever that happens.
You don't have a girlfriend.
Exactly. But if I'm lucky enough to find a special gal and I get married, you guys will be there. Yes. And if I ever get married on a college football Saturday, cut my balls off. Cut them off.
Cut them off.
I need that quote card.
We can go through the ceremony. You can let me consummate.
Yeah.
Next morning, maybe
Cut
we
'em
go
off.
get breakfast at a diner.
I don't know, Connor. If we're going to
Cut 'em
cut
off
your
right in
balls
the
off,
street.
I don't think we're giving you that night. I think we're going to cut them
Yeah,
off.
we got to cut them off.
Okay.
I think we do it at the bachelor party.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right. Well, you have to because that was brutal on Saturday.
Can I tell y'all something about me?
What? I know the answer to this. Yeah.
I got married on November 11th. College football Saturday.
But Mississippi State
Was
did
off.
they have a bye week?
They
yeah.
had a bye week.
Yeah.
But I also this whole thing. Everybody wants to get clout online by saying, wedding. Don't do college football wedding. Get married whenever the fuck you want. What do I care?
I do agree with that. I think I'm with Brandon. I think that once you get older.
No, but we will cut your balls
All right,
off.
we're going to cut your balls off. You said it. You said it. You said it. You're
It's on a
stuck
quote
now.
card already.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on the code.
Did you see speaking of like weird weddings, Carson Steele's family? They were showing it during the Chiefs game last night. Were at his sister's wedding.
Last night
watching
during the
it.
game.
They said they sent out the save the date over a year ago.
before.
So one Sunday night wedding, which maybe isn't the weirdest thing in the world, but two, You just expected your brother to not make it.
Yeah.
While he was still in college, you didn't think
that's
maybe
true,
he could make the NFL at all, and there could be. He was in the wedding party.
Because even if he wasn't playing Sunday Night Football, you have to think that he was going to be on one NFL
Playing on
team,
Sunday.
playing on Sunday, yeah.
If anything, he would
still
want to
would've
do it
been
on a
able to-
Saturday. I don't know. I just thought
that's a
that
good
it was cute. Like they were watching the game at the wedding, but
Yeah, that's odd.
He's an Indianapolis guy, that Carson Steele.
Oh, yeah.
Indiana Mr. Football, I think in 2020 or 2019, something like that.
Connor, can we go ahead and plan your wedding?
But I don't need to. His gator is a weird. That's a weird.
Oh, yeah, the
animal.
gator.
Yeah, the pet gator. I don't need. I got my fix of the pet gator. I'm good on the pet gator now.
what I said this to the group, but Sunday Night Football players introing all the schools they went to.
Yeah.
Is this new, or have I just missed this season? Because he introduced himself as Carson Steele, Ball State, UCLA.
I don't know.
I like it.
I don't remember.
Russell Wilson is the
That-
first one I remember doing the wolf pack full of badgers thing.
Oh yeah. He did do both.
Because he was one of the first
Yeah.
big marquee, played at two big schools.
As a
Yeah.
super sensitive baby back bitch college football fan, whenever a Mississippi State guy says his high school instead of Mississippi State, I die a little inside.
Yeah.
Cry a little bit inside because
Yeah.
if I see, I always look to see what two teams are playing. Oh, they got a Mississippi State guy. I'll make sure I watch the intros, and that's how sad I am. And I'll be watching, and Chris Jones, Houston High School, shoot me in the head. Which I wasn't watching last night. I don't know if he did that, but he has done it before. Fletcher Cox did it every time.
Yeah.
Yazoo City High School.
Damn.
But if I were an NFL player, I would probably shout out my high school too. So
The point.
Point City.
Point City. We won the other night, beating the show with Central. How you guys?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How are you guys doing?
Dogs are doing well.
Good.
Jeff Sagarin says we're the best team in Indiana.
How's Jeff Sagarin know?
Jeff Sagarin does not have a Indiana high school football rating, does he?
Oh, Jeff Sagarin. Yeah.
He's got one for everything.
He's got
Indiana high school football.
Sagarin ratings is the only ratings that we acknowledge in my house.
Do you make it up yourself? Is Jeff Sagarin doing this?
What?
Who is Jeff Sagarin? A fake
Oh my
guy?
God! He does have an Indiana high school football.
No, Jeff
rating.
Sagarin does. Dude, Jeff Sagarin.
Holy shit!
He was doing Indiana high school basketball when I was 12, dude. That was one of the first websites I ever bookmarked was Sagarin ratings. It's a fucking legend of the game.
Brownsburg has a 96.83 rating.
Yeah, we're number 1, right?
Yeah.
Go Dogs, beat Avon.
Haven't
Westfield.
you already played Avon?
Yeah, we beat them. We beat the fuck out of them.
So Go Dogs beat Avon's the full saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Go Dogs beat Avon.
Yeah.
Home field advantage doesn't really exist in Indiana, does it? Only 0.2 points.
Oh, really?
Home field's only worth 0.2 in Indiana. What does that tell us?
Indiana high school football, I will say, was dog shit when I was playing, but it's not as bad as you would think. That's my official stance on Indiana high school football. It's a basketball state. You would think that the football is terrible, but it's not as bad as you think. There's some players that come out.
Oh, I mean,
Carson Steele's one of them.
In 50 states.
Starting running back for the.
In 50 states, it's just high school basketball, though, right?
No, that's not true.
Okay.
That's not true. I have a college football thing
Go.
that I want to run by you.
Yay!
Is it?
Oh, I'm also adding Ice Cube.
Is it possible in this media landscape we live in to not be a Deion Sanders glazer, to not be a guy who's
Yeah. Right. Dave Portnoy, yeah.
about Deion Sanders, and to acknowledge that Colorado is not a playoff contender. Colorado will be lucky to be a 500 football team. Colorado is not. There's nothing good about them in terms of their success
All this is correct.
and how they play football.
But
But also acknowledge that Colorado is fucking awesome.
They
And
play-
they are the best show in college football.
they play remarkably watchable football games.
I can't stop watching their games, and they are. Who said it in the? We were talking about this morning. One of you, Ebo or TJ, said they're like the Savannah Bananas of college football.
That's
like-
perfect.
That it's just like chaos. It's just pure chaos. You're not really. You're
Travis Hunter's on stilts.
this kind of looks like football, but
Yeah.
but why? If it's football, then why isn't it the football that I'm used to seeing? And then they'll win, and you're like, oh my god, this was awesome, but they're actually not that good. I don't know. I can't get enough of it, and I just wanted to say that because that game against Baylor, like, there's no reason you should be watching that game or give a fuck about that game, and I was locked in. I can't lie.
Yeah, I was like, everybody was like,
Everybody locked in, dude. They throw the Hail Mary, it hits off the guy's chest.
nothing. Yeah, the
And he
entire, not even just
drops
the
it.
Hail Mary they hit. You say, oh, Colorado hit a Hail Mary. If you didn't see the 3 plays before it, you're missing
yeah.
the whole thing. Because they also threw a pass on like 3rd and 10 that got 12 yards, and the ref marked them short.
Yes,
And
terrible spot.
Well, maybe the worst spot I've ever
Awful.
seen, and cost them probably 20 seconds, and they didn't even get that mad about it.
No urgency. Terrible time management from Colorado.
Awful. And then
It was awful.
and then he throws the first Hail Mary, or the first lob downfield, that hits him right in the chest, and you think any other team, all right, it's
Yeah,
over,
that's
change it.
Season might be over. That might be like defining of your season. Is like that's the pivotal moment where it's like this is where it all started to go wrong.
And Shadur just rolls out, finds him a spot, throws a perfect pass, and then I think his name is LeJontay Wester. I want to get it right because I don't think he's getting enough credit for the catch. He's diving and falling in the end zone, catching
the rain.
in the rain, catching a ball that was in the air for 50 yards. Like this isn't like a 15-yard out or anything. He's catching balls in the air 50 yards, and he has to get his hands in there perfectly and not let the ball get through there at all in the rain. Phenomenal catch, and it was awesome. It was awesome.
I can't quit Colorado. As much as Brandon Walker wants me to, I can't quit him.
They also did a version of the Hail Mary. I've always thought teams were stupid to not do it, because if the defense is going to do what they're due and the Hail Marys just throw it up and hope it bounces around, why don't you throw 3 receivers over here, get all the defenders over there, and then try to get a 1-and-1 over here? And that's what they did.
Yeah.
And it worked perfectly.
It's good coaching.
It was. It was. And a good throw and a good catch and a great fucking game.
And then I love that Colorado students storm the field and are ripping down goalposts or trying, and it's like just chaos. And then like the people are like, you're really storming the field for beating Baylor and needing a miracle. The whole thing's hilarious. They're just, I can't quit them. They are must-watch TV to me. And I say that fully acknowledging that, like,
they're not good.
They're not good. They're not a good football team at all. But Travis Hunter's fucking awesome.
He's great. He is phenomenal. Yeah.
He should legitimately be in the high. I know
he's in the top 5 right now.
He should legitimately be invited.
I think he's going to hang around all year.
Okay.
As long as he plays every game, which his usage is probably going to make that impossible. But as long as he plays every game, I think he's going to be in it all year.
He's so good. And his highlight reel is ridiculous.
And he made the play. He made the play at the end. He made the tackle to force the fumble in the end zone.
He won the game. But he had that catch late where he got interfered with and still caught the ball.
Yeah.
And he's so good. And they're so fun to watch.
I think
I think they're the most fun team in college football.
I think that was incomplete, Mark.
They overturned that?
I think they overturned it.
Oh, did they?
I think so.
And then they gave him the interference?
Yes.
Oh.
But that's okay.
I thought he caught it. You know what I thought? I thought he caught it.
Yeah, he didn't.
I went to the back.
I'm sorry, sweetie. He didn't.
But they said, but they said he caught it.
Yeah, sweetie. He didn't do that.
You becoming a sassy 65-year-old woman right now?
Yeah,
Southern woman.
I'll be taking your calls next on the request line.
But they said he caught it.
Big 12, that's a fucking mess.
It's a mess
It's
because
already a fucking
Oklahoma State's a soft-ass bitch team. Kansas State's awful. You've got Utah, who's probably going to win it, but UCF is kind of lurking right there. BYU, what do we make of BYU? Nobody expected them to be any good.
That was an ass whooping.
They went out last year, got Jay Hill because they had gotten soft, and Jay Hill was a Weber State head coach, as you know, Brandon.
Yeah.
And they're physical as fuck now.
Yeah. Well, if you want to get physical, go to Weber State. That's what I've always heard.
Yeah.
What town's that in?
Big Sky.
That's in fucking.
I would guess Weber. I would guess Weber.
Fucking
Weber, Utah.
Ogden, Utah.
That's correct.
Is it Ogden?
Yeah, because Logan is Utah State.
Huh?
How'd you get that?
Pretty
You
good.
were just naming Utah cities?
Is it Ogden?
Yeah.
Pretty fucking good.
Yep.
Ogden, the Saquon these nuts.
Yeah.
But K-State and Oklahoma State were like two of the teams coming in that were
Neither are good.
assumed to be the top 3 with Utah. One of
Yeah.
those teams can have be 0-2 in the conference next week.
Not a good year, by the way, to be a team that people thought was going to be good in the ACC. NC State's fucking garbage. Virginia Tech is fucking garbage. That's all.
The middle class, I thought the middle class of the ACC.
Coach Sweeney got that drip.
He does.
He got that drip
they're,
back.
They're going 11-1.
Yeah.
They're going 11-1 and will play Miami for the conference championship.
You still have the Clemson stock, right?
I never got rid of my Clemson stock. I let all of you sold it. Not me. I held. You've had that the whole time?
I keep them under my desk, dude. You gotta stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
TJ, play the video. Hickory dickory dock.
The mountain up the cliff.
Goes winning on the.
Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. Coach Sweeney's got that drip, and now he's on TikTok.
What's his accent he's using there?
I've no idea.
All right.
Switching.
No idea.
Hickory dickory dock. Illinois beats Nebraska.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the last one we need.
Illinois sets up a big game with Penn State. But have y'all watched Illinois this year?
Yeah, I watched them on Friday against Nebraska.
Bielema is so incredibly fat right now. It's the fattest I've ever seen him, and I think it's what gives him his superpowers. He is unbelievable, and that team is tough. It's the fattest he's ever been. It's the best he's ever been. Now, I'm saying that as a fat guy myself. Like, he is. If you picture Brett Bielema in your mind, add 30 pounds. That's what he is right now, and it's perfect. He just waddles across the field.
Yeah. That was the worst overtime possession, I think, in college football.
Nebraska?
By Nebraska.
You don't like a 3rd and 42 in your overtime
That
possession?
was insane.
The fact that I didn't know this stat till after the game. Nebraska hasn't scored in their last 8 overtime games. That is statistically, Ebo, help me out with this. Statistically, that's almost impossible, right?
Yeah, it's an anomaly.
They start at the 25. How can you not score in your last 8 overtime games? That's crazy. That's crazy is what it is. What else? College football? Anybody we got to mention?
You see, I don't know if they're still doing this, but Illinois used to do family as their slogan, but they'd spell it with 2 L's, and then they'd highlight the I-L-L.
Yeah.
I don't know if they still do that.
That's sick.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. That's sick that they do that.
Well, Ohio State does family for something too. Rutgers also does it.
Ohio State basketball did family last year, right?
Yeah,
Rutgers is
but Illinois' version's sick.
Oh, motherfucker!
There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
Took
All
me a
right.
second there.
There
But
we
Yeah.
go.
Just sometimes just pull the car over the side of the road. We'll catch up.
Yeah.
Illinois plays Penn State on NBC this weekend. I miss when I would turn on NBC on a Saturday and it was just 12 hours of Notre Dame propaganda.
Notre Dame coverage.
Kick
off here in 4 hours.
Yeah.
The Irish looking to
I miss it.
take care of business against Indiana State today.
I think you're doing a Christmas thing.
Keys to the game against the Sycamores. The Irish need to come out and put a hat on a hat.
I miss it. It's like I don't want to tune into 2 Big Ten teams. I want the Notre Dame propaganda.
Yeah. Brandon, your turn. Go ahead.
With all the changes in the networks and whatever, I no longer even notice what game is on what channel. Nothing sticks out to me. Nothing.
Yeah.
I can't tell you if I'm watching Tennessee and Oklahoma. I have no idea who's broadcasting it. I just know I go on the guide till I find Tennessee.
I do
Oklahoma.
the YouTube TV makes it.
Yeah, right.
Really.
And I don't like SEC on CBS for years felt like SEC on CBS. Now nothing feels unique.
Like Georgia Bama this week is a night game on ESPN or on ABC, not a 3:30 CBS game, which feels so weird.
Yeah,
So weird.
I'm with you, Brandon. Watching USC Michigan, there were a lot of people saying like I feel like I'm in like some sort of fever dream or
right. Nothing.
Like, but I was like I don't know. It doesn't feel. I've kind of I don't know. I got over that fast where I was like all this feels stupid. You just kind of get used to it.
It all feels the same
now. If I can
now.
throw the game on and watch it, like I don't. I didn't feel like it was that crazy that USC Michigan was on.
I didn't either. I just kind of blended into my new reality.
Yeah.
Do you think you can differentiate the score bugs still, or is it like are we getting to?
I don't think I can.
Are we getting to a point where you can't differentiate the score bugs on?
I could differentiate the score
Yeah.
bugs. I could. In fact, that's going to be my dozen niche this year.
Score bucks. Jeff would.
Jeff would.
He would be delighted to
He
do
would
that.
cream his pants if I told him that.
If you're searching for the ultimate football headquarters, there's no shortage of college and professional football action at Twin Peaks. Score more all season at the #1 sports bar. Twin Peaks always has home field advantage with unrivaled sports watching experiences and unbeatable game day deals on all your favorites. Twin Peaks is known for its 29-degree draft beers. That's pretty cold. And handcrafted cocktails. Explore the entire scratch-made menu, then run up the score with over 30 different styles of sauced and tossed wings, or from Twin Peaks' hand-stretched flatbread menu. Witness historic upsets on wall-to-wall TVs. Follow your fantasy players while watching the home team beat division rivals in prime time. Plus, once games are over, you can take your team into overtime with late-night specials and handcrafted cocktails. No matter how or who you want to watch, Twin Peaks has all the games plus scenic views from every seat. Get your axe to lodge and score more all season at Twin Peaks Eats, Drink, and Scenic Views. Twin Peaks. All right, we got a little mostly here. A little mostly.
Not a little mostly.
What are the Otters doing?
Connor, I meant to tell you this.
Where are we at with the Otters?
The other four gentlemen have been talking, and we're considering officially becoming an anti-otter podcast. Every time I see a new news story with otters behaving poorly, I think, how can I wake up in the morning knowing that I work with a man who supports this? So, guys, do you think we go all anti-otter?
It depends on what's the latest news. Do we have a cute video, or do we have another attack?
I could easily find one, but I don't have one on the ready.
There's no otter news?
Huh.
No. I get my certificate this week for being an official adopter of an otter, but I'm still waiting on that. And from there, we can move forward with mending this relationship.
Do you think we can get an otter in the studio?
Yeah. I think we could.
We're going to need an otter in the studio within the next 2 weeks.
That would go a long way.
2 weeks.
In
2 weeks.
Winning us over.
2 weeks is plenty of time to get an otter.
I'm still in the works of.
I get you an otter by the end of the day.
If you can't get an otter in 2 weeks, then what are you even talking about?
Because
how can you be the otter guy if you can't get an otter?
I am.
Hey, Bo, how long would it take you to get an otter? Ballpark.
By the end of the show, if I really wanted to.
I have a surprise I've been holding on.
I'm forging a relationship here with the Lincoln Park Zoo otter exhibit, and I can't speed this. I can't rush it. So I'll let you know, but I'm going to try and get one here, or at the very least, I'm sure we could all.
Do not
go
bring
there.
them here. They'll try to kill us. Probably.
They might try to kill us. Yeah.
If you brought an otter in and it mauled Ebo to death, that would be pretty awesome.
I
shouldn't have laughed at that. That was that's a scary thought. I don't want you to.
Again, Connor, I want to throw this thought in your head. Let's say your otter friends, whatever connection, brings 4 otters into the studio, and they let them out of the cage. One otter jumps on Mark's face, one otter jumps on my face, one jumps on Ebo, one jumps on TJ. So 4 otters have attacked your 4 friends. Whose side are you on?
God's side. Oh. I don't know.
Say what?
Bryce Young ass answer, by the way.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd have to be on your side.
What do you mean you have to be on our side? Just say you'd be on our side.
No, but
yeah.
I would feel the most guilt because I was the one who brought them in here, and therefore, yes.
Sure,
Would you shoot him if you had to?
Yeah, if they. I don't want to. Now the Lincoln Park Zoo is going to see this, and they're going to, see me talking about shooting otters. I know.
You're scared of saying something in case the Lincoln Park Zoo sees it.
In a situation, if there needed to be a self-defense tactic, yes, I would protect you guys if need be. Put it this way.
You'd shoot the otter.
Put it this way.
Practice.
I would lay my life on the line to save you guys if otters ever attacked.
By doing what?
By essentially serving as a human shield.
What's the percent chance Connor right now is 3 otters in a human suit?
In a trench coat, just standing on top of each other.
I love otters, dude.
Morgan,
I'll find a good video.
Morgan Wallen walked out with Peyton Manning in full uniform as Neyland Stadium concert. Morgan Wallen walkouts.
Is that a thing he does?
Yeah.
Every time.
Oh,
every concert.
Every whoever the local celebrity is.
Oh, really?
Or, let's say he's in, I don't know, Auburn. He would do Bruce Pearl maybe, or Bo Jackson. He'd probably do Bo Jackson or something. He just does whoever the local celebrity is, he walks out with them. And he always does a sports walkout, like it's an NBA game or something, or it's a fight. I have no idea why Peyton Manning is wearing full orange, full football suit.
Yeah, because there was other It was.
Yeah, it wasn't ever really explained.
Nico and Josh Heupel, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they just walk out with him.
Yeah, it's a long walkout too.
Don't they not walk it? Like they just like he goes out alone.
Yeah.
Send him
Yeah.
out.
They do about half of the walk,
Yeah, so they don't actually walk out with him.
and then Morgan does the
So
other
they
half by himself.
they shot this before the concert. Or do
I
we
think it's
they were-
live, but they
it was-
stop.
it was-
They stop. They stop walking.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know how, like, some concerts will start with like a cool intro video and everything. This is the intro video, and it's just him live walking into the arena or to the stage.
And who is he fighting?
No, he's singing.
Oh, he's just singing.
Yeah.
He's singing his songs.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Be interesting if he was fighting someone though.
Just Conor McGregor waiting for him on stage.
Yeah. All right.
So that happened. Again, why is Peyton in full uniform?
Put the helmet on and everything.
It's not really. I would love to have heard that pitch. Of, like, why? Like,
Peyton-
what were they thinking?
I think
by
Peyton
putting
might have pitched it himself.
Yeah.
Like, Peyton, will you walk out with me?
It's like, yeah, no.
Yeah, I got I know just what to wear.
Yeah, I've walked out a bunch in my life. Yeah, and I always have the pads on.
What if it's just
Pads on.
What if it's just CTE and Peyton thought he was playing?
Baseball news.
The White Sox did it.
White Sox did it.
They fucking did it.
Congratulations.
120 losses.
Now, if there were bounties, this on records, maybe they get compensated for this. Thank you for making the White Sox. Like, the White Sox season was not going to be interesting until they were on pace to be historically bad, and then suddenly they were interesting. So good on them for going for records.
So now they have, 6 games, however many games left to the next loss breaks the record, right? They tied the record?
Yeah.
If they went undefeated throughout. If they went like 5-0 this week going into Sunday,
Yeah.
now we got something.
That would be awesome.
You know what the craziest part is? They can't pick inside the top 10 in this year's MLB draft.
Because of contracts and whatnot?
Yeah, because of their market size. They can only pick 10th.
What?
That don't make no
What?
sense.
Huh?
The worst team can be in a big market, can it?
What are you?
I don't know
what
what to
are
tell you. They
saying?
can only pick 10th.
Huh?
Yeah, it's part of the new CBA. They can't pick inside the top 10.
Are the Tigers in the playoffs now? Not in.
Yeah, I think they
caught the Twins for the wild card or something?
Yeah.
Let's see that. Can we get a playoff picture?
Can we get the
We get the-
pets.com wild card picture, please?
The Royals
The-
are trying to play their way out of it too.
Can we
Everyone's trying to play their way out of
The
it.
Ash Jeeves wild card picture, please.
Here we go.
This is,
Postseason picture. If the postseason ended today,
but this is the Adobe postseason picture.
I can't have the Royals. I can't have the Royals. They
Wow.
can't do it again. I cannot. We cannot play the
The
Royals.
Orioles have kind of fallen off.
Yeah, we weren't in form, like I said.
Astros and the Tigers.
We're
and
getting
the
back.
Guardians.
remind me. Do they reseed after the first one, like the NFL does?
No,
Like,
Nah.
no. They
like,
go
like if Detroit wins, they're not playing the Yankees. It is
No.
a true bracket.
true bracket.
Okay, because I'm looking at my waffle path here. I'm good. That's
My waffle team is currently out.
Oh,
My 40 waffle team.
Who's your top?
Yeah.
Who was your waffle team?
Who's my?
The Atlanta Braves.
oh, you're one waffle team.
Hold on. Wait. We get one delicious waffle if our team.
You said the
wins.
Dodgers were your blue waffle.
No, the Brewers are my waffle team,
team.
and the Twins are my 40 waffle team. Who's your 40 waffle team?
My 40 waffle team is the Mets. I want the Dodgers to be my one waffle,
Okay. All right.
which I guess, as I hear us say it out loud, if I wanted just one waffle, I could just simply just go eat one waffle. I don't need to wait to see if the Los Angeles Dodgers win the World Series.
No, but this is going to be the best waffle. It's going to be. You don't even know how good this waffle is. Who's your 40 waffle team, Connor?
Diamondbacks.
Pussy.
Fucking pussy. What makes him a pussy?
He had a chance to do the funniest thing ever and take
Yeah.
his own team like me and Ebo did.
Yeah.
That's right.
But then I'm
Pussy.
saying that I
Pussy.
don't think that the Phillies are going to win.
You fucking pussy.
I'm not going to do that.
Pussy.
Phillies are gonna win. We're gonna our Phillies are gonna win.
Everybody call Connor a pussy real quick. Pussy.
Pussy.
We're gonna win the
It's
World
the most
Series.
pussy I ever got.
Nice. nice reversal.
I am what I eat. CJ Abrams was out gambling, huh?
Here,
Where here?
the casino downtown.
Oh. So is Vegas? Where are we at with the?
Yeah, where are the A's going to play their next baseball game?
Where are we at with like Vegas as a? One of the things we're worried about putting pro teams in Vegas is that the visiting athletes
Yeah.
will go fucking crazy, and then they'll basically do what CJ Abrams did.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't seem to be happening in football. To my knowledge, we're not getting a ton of stories of teams playing at the Raiders and like, oh shit, we can't find our left tackle. He's at a brothel.
I think football hotels are a way bigger lockdown situation than baseball because football is traveling once a week.
Yeah.
Baseball's just lives out there.
They're going to live there, so that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
If the A's go to Vegas, are they going to Vegas? If they ever end up in Vegas and you have a baseball team that's there for 4 or 5 days, but also Vegas, is Vegas still Vegas? Is Vegas still Vegas?
Vegas is Vegas, but it's not Vegas.
It's not Vegas, though.
It's Vegas, though.
But it's not.
It is Vegas.
I hear what you're saying.
You disagree with it?
I just don't think it is.
So what is Vegas if it's not Vegas?
I think it's like not Vegas.
What if they change the name from Las Vegas to not Vegas?
It's not Vegas.
Then nobody know how to get there.
I just don't. If you're a professional athlete and you got millions of dollars and you're famous and all these other things that professional athletes are, I can't imagine in 2024 like going to Vegas, you're rubbing your hands together and you're like, oh shit, I get to experience things I can't experience anywhere else.
Yeah.
Right? That used to be why Vegas was awesome. Was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, we're gonna do some shit we can't do anywhere else.
Mm-hmm. It turns out it's not Vegas.
You do it anywhere. You can do that anywhere.
If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. That's New York.
I never understood that. I feel like New York, it's kind of way easier to make it.
That's where all the people are that make you.
Yeah, everybody.
You got to go there to make it.
All the famous people are from L.A. and New York.
You can't make it in Kenosha.
Yeah, that's way harder.
You can't make it in Whitefish, Montana.
Yeah.
If you can make it in Kenosha, you can probably make it anywhere, right? Like if you make it big in Kenosha, you can make it big anywhere. But if you make it in Kenosha,
Yeah, seriously.
Calm down.
What are you?
Calm down, Eva.
What about Topeka?
Pussy.
Pussy.
Yeah, the people. If you can make it in New York, everybody makes it in New York. That's what New York's for, is making it.
Al Roker made it in
everybody goes to New York and makes it. That's why you go to New York.
Yeah. In L.A.
In L.A. It's hard to make it in,
Topeka.
fucking Topeka.
Mm-hmm.
If you can make it in Topeka, you can make it anywhere.
I can make it in Topeka.
If you could become a movie star from Branson, Missouri,
Mm-hmm.
like Brad Pitt did. Is he from Branson?
Uh-huh. Random town, Nebraska. Go.
I think I gotta go with fucking North Platte, probably.
Yeah.
North Platte, Nebraska.
Ebo, random town, North Carolina. Go.
Asheville.
Okay.
Is that not random enough?
TJ,
Yeah.
random town in Iowa. Go.
Davenport.
That's a good one. That's a good random town.
Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Did you see Seth Rollins fall out of the crowd?
No.
He was doing a bit or something. I don't know.
Where's Brad Pitt from?
Shawnee, Oklahoma.
Oh.
I'll double check.
Connor,
I thought he was from like Missouri.
I'll double check. What's up?
you ready?
Sure.
Random town in Virginia.
Charlottesville.
That's not.
That's not random.
That's where
at
the
all.
University
That's
of
not
Virginia.
random at all.
Say pound.
Pussy.
Say pound, Virginia.
Pound.
Wise, Virginia.
What?
What?
What is he doing a bit?
Those are places.
Pound
Go
and
back.
Wise?
Go back. Show that Seth Rollins. This is important. I want to see this. What? Oh, he.
What was the premises?
Did he?
I
jump
don't
out
know,
on
and I don't know who that guy is. I don't know anything that's happening.
Okay.
Was this a tie-in because the Royal Rumble?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I know Rollins is a huge Bears fan,
Yeah, this is.
Huh.
but he's obviously in
This-
character.
This is a work. This is a work. It was 3 for 40. Was that Anthony Richardson stats? 3 for 41.
Pussy.
All right.
All right.
Is that it?
Yep.
You got anything else? Say it now, Connor. You'll never get another chance to say it.
Um,
Say anything you have to say,
Or you could just say it tomorrow.
or you just say.
yeah, there's an otter video.
Who found it? You found it?
I found it. Yeah.
So it's pro otter video.
I
Propaganda.
said I would.
Well,
find
yeah,
a
warn
cute
the
otter
viewers.
video.
Otter propaganda.
You were about to watch Otter Prep. Yeah.
Look at this little thing. Look at this little guy. He's got the scratchies.
Aw.
He's a vicious killer.
Oh, he's just
he's-
nuzzling up.
We could suffocate. We could smother him with that thing.
Stop.
Whoa! Look at those teeth.
He's yawning. He's tired.
Just wrap him
What
up
if
and
he-
just.
He's all cozy.
If he did attack us, so you'd shoot him in the head? Is that what you said?
I would.
Connor, what we
defend
could do is I could grab that, pull it up over his head, and then Marcus just beat the shit out of it with a baseball bat.
Dude, put it. I would put one of those in a pillow sack, I think, and then just fucking.
PETA is gonna clip the shit out of this and turn it into a propaganda.
I'm saying if it attacks us, dude.
Also, Connor,
I'm not
that's
doing it for my own enjoyment.
That's-
I don't get pleasure from killing otters. I'm not trying to kill otters. What I'm saying is otters. If Otter were to attack Brandon Walker, I have to defend Brandon.
that's a crazy propaganda video too. That thing's it's in somebody's house. It's been normalized. That's not an otter you see out in the river.
I don't know what to tell you. It's a river otter, but okay.
It looks like a blanket otter. All right.
All right, that's the show. See you guys.
That's how ball's done.
Where's
family, 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 family.